Nation Pub Stomping. I'm Turbo, and today we got you a double De-Atomizer with 101 kills and a two-man party, and it's also a triple fail. So I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. If you want, feel free to subscribe to the player. His channel is in the description, and subscribe to my channel if at any point in this commentary your ears get wet with horniness. That is a symptom of listening to my commentaries. But anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today was a nice little story I had in honor of Valentine's Day coming up, the day where all of us gamers are going to be inside just chilling, gaming with our bros while, losers are out there with their girlfriends. Ha, sucks. I thought I'd tell you a little story about how I got caught fucking a girl in my Jeep by a police officer. And first, I would like to say that this video, or this story, I should say, is 100% real. I'm not going to embellish or exaggerate anything in this video. Fuck commentary at all. Okay, so I'm being completely serious. I don't do these kind of commentaries too often because I think they're a little bit cringy, but when I do, I don't lie. So just take my word for it. Just trust me, I'm being completely serious here. So anyway, there was this girl, junior year, so about maybe a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago, kind of in the spring of 2016. We had a little bit of a thing going on, we had a little friends with benefits thing, whatever you want to call it. We had a little fling, a spring fling, if you might refer to as. And she was super beautiful. She was this Colombian girl, Latina. Latinas are my weakness, honestly. She had big old boobies, big old round boobies, a round butt, and she had short black hair, and she was just hot, right? So anyway, we'd hooked up a few times prior, but we never actually had sex. And I texted her up and I was like, hey, you want to go to Sonic? And Sonic is basically code for, hey, you want to go, fool around. And the reason you can't just say, hey, you want to go fool around is because it makes you both feel like whores. You need to have something before it just so you don't feel like a total fucking, prostitute. So, which, is kind of ironic since you're, doing something before, which is, payment for the fun, so it really makes you even feel more like a prostitute. I don't know, it's kind of paradoxical. Anyway, so we went to Sonic, and we both got, ooh, my tacos are ready. Ooh, yeah, the toaster oven just dinged, so I'm super excited. I want to finish up this commentary. So we went to Sonic and we got some milkshakes, and the reason that this was a complete and utter formality was because by the end of the night we hadn't even touched our milkshakes. So we went there, got our milkshakes, we had a little Sonic milkshakes. You can't really sip through a straw, you need to eat them with a spoon, that's just how it is. Same with Cookout milkshakes, they're very thick, just like this girl. And anyway, so we sat and, we talked about, school and stuff, and I was like, all right, let's go do the thing. So we were really horny at the time, or I was really horny personally. I'm not sure how horny she was looking at my ugly ass, but we ended up finding a nice little secluded spot in front of a PetSmart, and looking at it now in hindsight, it was probably not the best spot. I wasn't planning on having sex. One thing just led to another. And, we started making out, and then, it just progressed. And, we were doing it for a good amount of time. And, in a Jeep, it's really hard. It's really awkward. We were getting really sweaty. The windows fogged up completely. The windows were completely fogged. No one could see in. We couldn't see out. And I have an old Jeep, so it's a 96 Cherokee, so the locks aren't automatic, the windows aren't automatic, everything in it is really old, but it's a really reliable car if you want to get a nice car. I'd recommend a Jeep. Jeeps are cool. But anyway, so yeah, it was really awkward, and it was kind of cramped, obviously, and yeah, so I'm gonna get a little graphic here, okay? Prepare yourself. Anyway, so I was thinking to myself while it was going on, man, we've been here for a while. We should probably finish up because, someone might come and we might get caught. So she's giving me head, and I got 4 fingers in her vagina, and right as I'm busting my nut in her mouth, a beam of light just shines through the foggy window. We couldn't see who it was. They probably couldn't see who it is. And then someone tries to open the door. I'm not sure why I didn't have the door lock against an old car, so the locks aren't automatic. But I probably should have had it locked. Hindsight 2020. I shouldn't have been there, and I should have had the doors locked. And basically, I try to close it real fast, and then I just hear a sharp voice say, "Don't do that." And then I'm like, oh, okay. And keep in mind, we're both butt-ass naked. So then the cop just opens the door wide open. My dick is in her mouth. Her mouth is full of my cum. And he's like, oh, my God. He's like, "Dah, dah, dah." And he's like, all right, get your clothes on. And I was like, okay, do you mind closing the door? And he's like, no, I'm not closing the door. And I was like, nice. So we had to get our clothes on in front of this cop. And I noticed that there was a body cam on his shoulder, so that's really embarrassing. There's probably a video out there of him busting us. I don't know. Yeah, since I had just finished, I still had slightly a boner. I didn't bother putting on under. I tried to get dressed as fast as possible, so I just put on shorts and a t-shirt. And then we get out, and at this time it starts to rain. And right now he basically telling me yeah, so basically this is public indecency. I'm going to go to jail for a year and be on a sex offender list for the rest of my life. And I was just like, nice. And the girl's probably not going to get in trouble at all because she's a girl and I'm a guy and guys are horrible. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then he asked, all right, how old are y'all? And we were 17 because I was 17 at the time. And then he asked, is it consensual? And we were like, yes, absolutely. So he was like, all right, since it's raining, I was standing out in the rain, and I was about to cry, by the way. I felt if I cried, then he might feel like I'm a huge pussy and not send me to jail, so that was my logic for crying, which I am a huge pussy, by the way, and I am what I eat. And anyway, so he was like, all right, well, this is too much work to write you up. I'm just go home and don't ever do this again. We were like, yes, sir. And I actually tried to shake his hand, but he was like, no, I'm not going to touch you, which was really funny. But that was a story all about how my life got turned upside down when a cop just caught me getting my dick sucked. Yeah. So anyway, that bitch ended up cheating on me, so fuck her. She's a cunt. I hope you enjoy the video. Subscribe to the player and me, and subscribe to One Nation. Bye!